So that's how we ended up in Nashville, because there was a conference and they said, hey, you guys should come to this conference. And we were like, okay, we'll go.
And that was like a Christian conference or like a workout?
Well, it was the Amway conference, but every Sunday they do like a worship in the stadium.
Sweet.
That's cool.
So they like have share a sermon and all this. And so we actually didn't want to go to that. Like, we went to the Saturday and the night stuff and everything. And then they're like, oh, you guys have to come to this Sunday morning worship. And we were both like, no, we're good. Like, that's because they, we end up finding out they're Christian. And we're like, that's awesome for you guys, not for us. Like, we were very open with them that we're not into that. And they just would not let it go. They're like, what are you guys going to do? We're like, literally anything else.
Sleep
like,
in.
we
Chill,
are in,
dog. Chill.
Nashville, it's in
we're
Broadway.
in Nashville. We're
Yeah.
going to go whatever, do whatever we want. And they were like, just please come. And so we finally agreed we would come. And the guy's up there and he is sharing the gospel. And like, it just hit me. I just started bawling. I was like, this is what I've been missing my whole life. I need Jesus, like, so bad. Because at this point, I'm on antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication. I'm going to counseling. Mark and I are trying to make our marriage work, because we just said we're going to make this work, and super depressed. And yeah, I just went down there. I was like one of the first people. I mean, we're in like a stadium with thousands of people, and I'm like, I'm going. I don't even care. And I'm like up there crying, and and I literally, it completely changed my life. From that day forward, I quit drinking. I got off all my medication. Like, I was a new person.
Like cold turkey.
crazy.
Like cold turkey.
That's so
That's
cool.
crazy.
It was like, yeah. And then that created its own challenges within our marriage, because Mark did not receive Christ that day. He had an encounter and he had some, like, it got him thinking about stuff, but he didn't actually accept Christ. And so then for 7 years, he didn't accept Christ. And that was rough, because like, I'm a completely new person, and he's just like, who are you? You don't want to party anymore. You don't want to do any of the things that we've always done. And I want to raise my kids now to know the Lord. And he's just like, okay. So he's like excited because he sees a difference in me. He sees the joy. He sees this, like, you're new and you're different, but also it rubs against what I'm used to. And
former lifestyle
my former
together.
lifestyle that we were living. And now I'm a Bible thumper and all these things, right? So
selling Bibles door to door.
Selling, but yeah, so, and then ever since, I've just been super passionate.
Wait, can I have a side question?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that got me thinking. Like, I don't know, maybe there's like married people listening to this who maybe are like in a similar situation. Like, okay. Like in college, we all had, date people in college, whatever. Yeah. Maybe we didn't.
Did we?
No, we didn't. Kat, you did it.
I did.
Well, yeah, but
One
then you
person
married
that I
one.
married.
Or sorry, you dated one and you married one.
Yeah.
Clutch. No, but like in like dating context, if you like start on the same page and then like expectations change for like life, like some, you say you, Mark, weren't married, y'all.
Yeah.
You get saved, he doesn't. It's easy to just like split, whatever.
Yeah.
But like in a married context, like, and then for years, like, having like lifestyle differences, or at least like value differences.
Oh yeah.
Like what advice would you give to someone like that's in like a marriage?
Yes.
Or even like dating, like maybe, but like for like someone who's married who maybe like is in a similar circumstance, that like how did you like get through that? Like what was encouraging to you? Yeah.
I see the Lord in that, because I knew, because not right away, but probably like a year or two in, because it was a struggle. But I heard the Lord say, he will be saved. Like, I knew it, and I like had so much peace. So I was like, okay, I am like clinging on to this. And every year that went by, I'm like, Lord, like, how much?
How about this year?
Yeah, why not this year?
Yeah.
And we I ended up leading a life group, and they're like, we should have it at your house. So kind of like, if it's at your house, he'll have to come, and then like things will happen. And he would fight with the people in life group, like argue with them and all this stuff. That's his story to tell. But it became really, really bad, because I want to go to church, and I'm like, you should come with me. And he doesn't want to go. So finally we got to a point where I said, you know what? We just have to agree to disagree. Like, I'm going to go to church. I'm going to bring our kids to church. I'm going to teach them these things. And if you don't want to come, that's fine. But we cannot keep fighting about this. Like, you just are going to do what you're going to do, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And then I had 5 different people. This was like year 6 of going through all this stuff. I had 5 different people tell me about this book. They're like, you have to read This Present Darkness by Frank Peretti. And the 5th person to tell me that was Mark's grandma. And I was like, you are the 5th person to tell me I need to read this book. I was like, maybe I should read this book. And she said, well, I gave that book to Mark years ago. And I'm a reader, so I have books all over my house. And I'm like, I've never seen this book in our house.
Wow.
And she's like, I know I gave it to him. So I asked him. He's like, I have no idea what that book is, right? Literally the next day, I go to get something out of his nightstand drawer, and the book is right there. And I was like,
he kept it.
yeah, I
Right
don't.
in the
He'd
drawer.
never
Just
seen
right
it. He's
out
like,
of
I've
his
never
drawer.
seen this
Crazy.
book. So I was
Wow.
just like, that's crazy. So then I started reading this book, and totally opened my eyes to prayer and why prayer is important. And so I started, literally at night while he was sleeping, I would sit at the end of our bed and I would pray for him. And I had everyone that I knew praying for him. And within a year, he got saved.
Wow.
The
And so
power
cool.
of prayer
Wow.
is
Yes.
absolutely
That's so
amazing.
cool.
It is amazing.
Especially when you understand it. It is wild.
Yes. So that would be my advice is like pray for them,
Yeah.
love them. Because I think, in those moments, I saw myself just getting angry and frustrated and trying to be like, you need to do this because I want this for you, instead of like loving him and just like, trying to be an example of Christ in his life and loving him through and answering questions or doing what I can. It was more of just like, I want you to be where I'm at. And so you should do these things that I'm doing.
The intention's good.
Yeah, the intention's good. But I think it really, when I realized like, oh, I need to be praying for him because this is a spiritual battle that's like keeping him from the Lord, everything changed.